Hi everyone who's joining us. Welcome to Hearty Chats. And in Hearty Chats, we speak to moms, we speak to experts who want to share about what matters most from the heart. So I'm Sofie from Hearty Mums, and this week we're focusing on teaching kids. And joining me today is our Math Exam Strategist and founder of Learning Out of the Box, John Yeo. So welcome again, John.
Hi, Sophie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for taking the time. I know you had many webinars and classes today, so really nice to have you on at this time. John, I understand you're a father of 3 children,
Yep.
and you spend most of your time sharing your free math teaching methods and support for your Facebook group, like 5,400 parents. But because you believe that parents are the best teachers for their children, that's really wonderful. So, right now we're having our home-based learning. A lot of parents have to actually step up their role as their children's academic educator. So, today we're going to talk about how can parents teach their kids at home effectively. And I think, it's great to have you here to, share with us. Before we start, let's see who we have. Oh, Vivian's here. Yeah, if whoever's joining us, maybe you want to just share, um, how are you coping with home-based learning at home? Has it been okay, easy? Any comments, anything at all? And before we hear from our expert today, so just put it in the
Probably,
comments.
probably what will be helpful for us and
Mm,
to really benefit you parents is you can share with us your exact challenge and then we can see how we can
yeah, exactly.
offer some directions. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so just put that in the comments, anything at all. Let's see if I can actually see. I'm trying to learn this system as well.
Yeah. So what I do
Okay,
is I
60.
actually put my mobile phone in front and you can see the comments
Ah,
here. Yeah.
okay,
So
so let me try that. So I'm learning so much from John, he's like awesome expert.
yeah.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Or probably maybe since we have Vivian and Wan Ping already online, probably we can just start off first because they took the effort to join us on
Yep.
time. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I
Probably
see it now.
yeah. Probably can just share even my challenge as a father. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the part when a man has to be vulnerable. Okay.
Okay, looking forward to hear about that.
Yeah. Okay. While I have been supporting parents in teaching their kids math at home, but when it comes to being a father to my 3 girls, it's a different thing. Yeah. So, like for example, I teach my first child and my middle child all their subjects: English, Chinese, math, and science. And I also want to be there for my youngest one, and she's only 2.5 years old.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to HBL, I realized that HBL is a different kind of support for different children from different school. Yeah, while I
Mm,
do hear stories of parents having live lessons by live teachers, at the same time, I also wonder how come my children don't have that even after 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, so I realized that in fact the support from the HBL is different for different kids from different schools. Yeah, yeah,
that's really true. I noticed that about my kids too. So one of them has maybe 3 live calls, 2 or 3 live calls a day with the teachers. The other
wow.
one probably twice a week. So one's having daily, the other one is having weekly instead. Yeah, and I think the live calls are quite important. Uh, I mean, because the younger one only has it once or twice a week and optional. I find that she seems to struggle a bit more with less interaction with the teacher.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
I'll hear more from you.
It's fine. I think this
Interrupted
is
that.
a chit chat session, so okay, we have parents commenting already. So as I share, I will try to um also cater my sharing to the parents.
Mm,
Okay, I'm someone who do not give my children a lot of screen time. So in fact, all my kids don't have mobile phones, and probably it doesn't mean that they don't watch the cartoons from Netflix or play games from Nintendo Switch. But when it comes to mobile phones, they don't have it, and I really restrict them to playing games or using a mobile phone. Yeah, so this is my parenting style. Yeah, so when it comes to these 3 weeks, it's really a stretch of my patience as well as my tolerance when it comes to using screen time, because they are just switching from one laptop to the iPad and then back to the iPad and then back to laptop and then back to television. Yeah, so it's really a test of my tolerance, and part of me feels that they shouldn't be given so much screen time, but again, it's very hard because they require this for HBL. Yeah, so Wan Ping is asking, how are my kids? P4, P2, and 2.5 years old. Yeah, so whenever I woke up in the morning, not by the alarm clock, but by the screaming of my youngest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it didn't start off my day very well, and I am more of like an introvert, so I need the day. I need to start my day proper, like having my breakfast, quiet moments, and then getting ready to do work. Yeah. So Wan Ping is also asking, sometimes I find it hard to coach my 12 years old math because I only know how to solve using algebra. Okay, so is it okay I can share a bit on math since Wan Ping is asking?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay. I think the myth of Singapore math is that it is very hard, and you need to be an expert or trained in math to be able to teach your own kids. Yeah, but we realize that along the ways, in fact, if you stop for a while and think about it, every single mom or dad, including yourself, is smart. Yeah, because you taught your kids how to walk, how to read, and remember the first time that they call mama or papa, and all these are done by you. Yeah, so in fact, parents are sending their kids for tuition probably is because they do not know how to teach. Yeah, but what if you know of a way that you can teach very easily, and your child not only like math and you can also see grades improvement? Yeah, so we realized that it can be done, and throughout these few years, we have been supporting parents by using our methodology, which make it very easy for parents to teach their children math without using algebra and all. And in fact, I've done many workshops for our parents, and in fact, many moms came in the workshop and say, John, I hate math since young, didn't have a very good experience, and can I actually learn this from you and use it for my kids? And then many times it happens that at the end of the workshop, many moms came up to me and say, Coach John, do you know that now I'm so inspired to teach my child math, and I want to join your team? Yeah, so it can be done within a very short time, and not necessarily you must go through a 3 days course or 3 years course just to be able to teach your own kids. Yeah, so the methodology that is easy for you to learn and easy for you to teach is really out there. You have to really go and find it. Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful to know that there is hope. And I know that there is a parent in this group that has, bought all your books and is really, she said that it's really very helpful and wonderful and she likes it. So definitely you have some fan in our group.
Yeah. So I think probably we can address those questions that you asked me so that we keep to what you want. Yeah.
So I think one of the other thing I wanted to ask is, our kids are so used to learning in big class and doing group work, like when they go to school and, there's like 30, 40 kids and one teacher and, everyone there's, physically present. Right now with HBL, they are learning from home individually and also remotely. So how do you think this actually will affect the child's learning?
Okay, this afternoon I was on a call with a parent, and in fact she told me that the HBL totally suit her daughter's study style because she is an introvert and she really loved the quiet environment at home to study and just have this one-to-one conversation with the teacher, even though it's a class, it's a virtual class, but to the child it's like a one-to-one session with the teacher because it's just the child, the laptop, and the teacher inside the laptop on the other side of the screen. Yeah. So I think it really depends on the study preference of the kids. if you go to a deeper level, in fact, we know that children learn in different ways, including adults like us. We learn through in a visual manner. Some human beings, which include adults and children, are more auditory, and some are more kinesthetic. Yeah. So in fact, I think children who are more kinesthetic, they need to move around, they need to interact with their kids, with their friends, and need to go for pee in the outside environment, and then go for recess, and then jump around, and then it burns off their energy. While some children who are maybe they are more introverts, they prefer the kind of quiet environment when they can do their own things and submit the homework as and when they are required to. Yeah, so I think it depends on the child's learning style too. Yeah, but at the same time, because I think this HBL probably may affect some parents as well, because sometimes, like for example, there's this saying that it's easy for a parent to teach other children from other families, but when it comes to teaching your own kids, it's a different story. You need much more patience.
Yes.
Because your tolerance is lower. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a saying that a counselor cannot counsel her own kid, because the counselor will see the kid as through the mother's lens.
Yeah, there might be some bias or expectations, and probably that's why.
Correct. Yeah. So I think it's too. So looking at factors in terms of two groups, which is what we can control and what we can't control. What we can't control is the HBL, how the lessons are being delivered, through videos or the teachers or a mixture, and versus factors that can be controlled, like how do we support our children? Yeah, and how do we support our children based on what we know about our kids or what we understand about our kids? Yeah, so probably that one can help most parents to keep their sanity, and also setting a healthy expectation on what their kids can do at home.
Yeah, that's very true. I think you really hit the nail on the head when you said that the different children have different learning styles. Some are, kinesthetic, some are visual, and certainly I can see like my older child is doing well. I mean, this is totally her style, learning on her own, because she's also a very independent learner, and
Wonderful.
she likes her own space. Where there's no other kids that are so-called wasting her time. Sometimes she says that, because there are some kids who like to talk a lot or distract the class, whereas now she has her own space and she can really do that. My younger child, however, I think she's missing the interaction. She's missing the live interaction with the teacher, things like, earning points for your group and things like that. She gets a kick out of those stuff. So it really depends on the child. But having said that, what are some ways that parents can help the children to learn more effectively during this period? I know we have some restrictions, there's some things we can control and we can't, but during this time, what other additional things can we do to support them?
Yeah, probably I can share what is helpful for me. I think first of all, we need to set a daily routine with the kids, and depending on the age group of the kids, my middle child is P2, and so probably I give her some freedom to set her own routine. At the same time, I also I control her routine as well. Yeah. My eldest child is a bit more mature, so I give her the freedom to plan when she needs to study, when she needs to do HBL, when she can read her Harry Potter book, which she is addicted to, and when she can watch her Netflix films. Yeah. And again, because my eldest wakes up every day at 6:30 a.m. to start her HBL.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's great discipline.
Yeah, so I'm not so worried about her. And the good thing is the middle child actually somehow follow Jie's discipline.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought I'm quite blessed in the sense that my two kids are pretty independent in doing. Yeah, but sometimes they have fights, like the sisters fights and they quarrel, and
that's
then
common.
one will cry, the other one will storm off. So I think my challenge is also to deal with that once in a while, or even on a daily basis if I can count them. Yeah. Yeah. So the first thing is routine. Like for example, like just like in school, now this school is shifted to home, and so from what time to what time is breakfast with the family. And why do I say with the family? Is because I really cherish that kind of time with my girls, and I can talk to them and listen to them and ask them things that are not related to school. Yeah. And then we also have like recess time, like a short break or snack break. Then after that, after 6 p.m. is like they can do whatever they want, because I know that they've been doing work all the way from 6:30 to 6 p.m. with a short nap in
A
between.
full day? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And my girls need to sleep. If not, they'll show off their bad mood.
No, definitely. I think at the lower primary, they really should take a nap. I agree with that.
Yeah. Then the other thing is okay, I am not an okay, what I can do for the parents here is I can only share with you my math routine. And I know that many parents may face this challenge, which is children, after seeing their own worksheet and they are stuck, so they hold up the worksheet and go to their mommy or daddy and say, "Papa, Mama, how do you do this, or how do you do that?" And when the parents actually look at the worksheet, it's totally blank. And there's no attempts at all. Yeah. So I share this routine with many parents, and it works very well. And it's 5 steps. It's a 5-step routine. So it is KCNSU. Okay. KCNSU. Yeah, probably Sofie can help me to type up.
Okay.
I
think Bin is
Facebook.
actually typing out some stuff.
Yes. Thanks, Wan Ping. Is it Wan Ping is helping us with something?
Yes, she's I think she's summarizing. She's put there important to have a routine for the children.
Thanks,
Thank
Wan
you.
Ping. Thanks so much. Yeah. Thanks so much. Okay. This KCNSU stands for keyword. Yeah. So get your child to highlight keywords to summarize the question into shorter version. And then C stands for concepts. So for the fact that children are in P5, they should be able to know the 11 to 12 problem sum types. For example, like, okay, this is not a math workshop, so I just go through very quickly, like guess and check, working backwards. Yeah. Okay, N is numbers. So underline or circle the numbers, because children need to build up that kind of discipline to summarize the question into a shorter version. Yeah. Then S is statements. Statements means, like, for example, you need to label your steps. Instead of writing 10 plus 2 equals to 12, it is much more clearer for the kid and the marker to see, for example, total is equals to 10 plus 2. So the total is a statement. Yeah. And many parents say that, why is my child so careless? Like they write down, like, for example, Coach John is 1.8 cm tall, and it's wrong because it's 1.8 meters tall. Yeah, so U stands for units. Okay, so it's KCNSU. And Sofie, would you want to try to pronounce KCNSU? Treat it like a word and pronounce it. Try. It's gonna be fun.
Kensu.
Okay, good. It's a good try. Yeah. Yeah. Some kids say it's Kiasu. Okay, without the vowels.
Okay. What is it supposed to be?
Okay. Okay. For mummies who are online right now, do you remember a time when your child was very young, and you once in a while you read to him or her bedtime stories? And the reason why we are doing this is because children love stories, and when they were young, they are naturally wired to stories. Yeah, they can learn something from it. They can bond with mommy. They can actually take something away from it. Yeah, so it's like a magical moment between the mom and the child. So in fact, for children between P1 and P6, they are still kids. Yeah, and it is very important to help them to remember based on using storytelling. Yeah. So yeah. Well, Sofie did try how to pronounce Kinsu. Yeah, probably it's right. My English is not good. Yeah. So I cannot judge that. Yeah. But for children, you can just quickly weave it into KCNSU, stands for kittens. kittens can never swim underwater. Kittens can never swim underwater.
Okay.
And some mummies are going to say that, John, I have boys, and if I use kittens, they are going to say that it's so girlish. Fine. Why not you change it to King Kong? If your boy change it to King Kong, will you say, cannot? John said it's a kitten, so you must use kitten. Yeah. If they use King Kong, fine, go ahead, because it's just a way to remember keywords, concepts, numbers, statements, and units. Yeah. So while math is hard, I think we need to really help our child to learn better ways, or the better how to do the math, because it is really really not easy for the kids. Yeah, not easy for parents either. So what we parents can do is we can help to change or tweak the learning method of the math, such that it's easier and more fun for the parents and the child. Yeah, so KCNSU is like an easy way that even parents can start to use right now. Yeah, but parents do not ask, now it's very late, so do not ask your child to take out their math book at 9:30 p.m. and say, John said this, so you do it right now so that you can remember. Your kids are going to probably scream at me. Yeah, but try it tomorrow. Yeah, try it tomorrow. It works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said routines, and then second one is to have something like KCNSU, where it's
Okay. Third one, right? Third one. Okay. Fix the sitting arrangement of your kids. Yeah. What do I mean? In the classroom context, kids have their fixed seats. Yeah. So I think it helps when if it's okay to have like fixed sitting position or places for your kids. Yeah. So we have this study desk that my elders will take up because it's near to the television, and she's more disciplined to not turn her head whenever I on the TV. Yeah. My middle child will sit behind me with her head or her face facing away from the TV, because she will always watch the TV. Yeah. Yeah. So this has been their fixed seats since day one. Yeah. So I think it kind of like makes it easier for the children, because they know that they have to report to the same place every time they go to do their work. Yeah. So sometimes you, like, after a days of homework or assignment, they will just put their stuff there, and there's no need to just to pack them up or shift them around, because they have to change seats every time. Yeah. So I thought by fixing the same sitting arrangements of your kids will help in some ways.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
really a good point. So basically, having a dedicated space for study sets up the whole scenario, and the whole feeling of, it's time to do some work. And I think that applies for those of us who are also working from home. Having a dedicated work area, depending on how your home arrangement is like, but it does make a very big difference because we're so used to going to a desk when we go to work. Having a space is really helpful. Well, that's a really great point.
Can I just add one more thing that works for me?
Yeah, we'd love to hear that.
Okay. 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 What drove me crazy was the kids can't log in. They don't know what's the passwords. They got locked out, and then in the midst of my business, I have to help them with it. Or they will always ask, Papa, what's my password? What's my password? I will ask her, so how do I know your password? Yeah, so write it out, paste it next to their desk. It really helps. Yeah, I mean, it's a simple hack. Yeah, but it's something that probably, if you didn't do it, go and do it, so that your child knows their password. And this helps, especially those younger kids, like primary 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, because I did hear a story from a parent who says that she was primary 1 and she got locked out. Yeah, and the teacher actually went on teaching, And then so the girl actually was so scared that she burst into tears. Yeah, so the mom's like, oh dear, so now she has to manage the child's emotions plus trying to get the child back onto the lesson. Yeah,
Okay.
so a lot of things can happen within a very short time. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
probably we will try our best to just manage all this as much as we can.
yes, I think it's a lot of new things, new information for the children, but also learning of new skills. And I think for the younger kids, sometimes they're new to the computer for sure, but I think they also can learn very quickly. And putting that password there is really quite assuring for them, and also showing them how they can log in again if they get kicked out or what they're supposed to do. Can totally understand. Yeah, that's a great point for sure. Okay, wow.
Thanks, Wan Ping. Oh, very detailed.
Yeah, it's just been thank you, Finn. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think we are really good for today. Such great sharing from you. So many golden tips. I think as my Pin said, she's waiting for all your gems. I think we got more than gems, for sure.
Thank you.
And I think we're having even a bigger gift from you. And for those of you who would like to find out more about Coach John's mathematical strategies, actually he's very generously offered a 15% for parents in our group. So I will be putting up details of his website, your website, and the coupon code. And please go check it out. 15% off his products in the website. Is there an expiry date for this, John?
Okay.
End date?
I would say no because I will leave it to you because it's your community.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I will leave it to
Thank you,
you.
John. So it's a
Yeah.
huge treat. So go on ahead, check out his website. I'll post that in the comments right after this. And yeah, I hope you have found this, today's chat helpful. I definitely did. I wrote down a lot of notes. And this week we're focusing on teaching kids. So we're gonna have another speaker coming up towards the end of the week. So look out for our posting. And feel free to connect with John, post your questions, even if you're watching a replay. I'm very sure John will be most happy to answer you there, and definitely check out his website. So thank you so much today, John,
Thanks,
for this session.
Sofie.
And thank you for those of you who are joining us. And till then, keep well and we'll talk again soon. Okay. Okay. Bye for now.
Bye bye. Thanks, Sofie. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
John. Bye.
Bye bye.